Stuff. We're just going to do another little couple of minutes of some movement to break up your afternoon. We are going to start somewhere near a wall, and you're going to take a half kneeling position with the outside leg furthest away from the wall, and that inside arm running up against the wall with the other hand flat. And what I want you to do from there is open as far as it's comfortable and close back around. Now if that knee starts to travel around with it, just elbow against the wall and brace on the knee, and we want to open the chest. So it's not just about swinging the arm around, I want to take that shoulder round and open. Good, so I'm getting my hands as far apart as possible to open without that knee dropping and my pelvis opening. If you're at home and you've got a foam roller or something along those lines, that'll fit in that gap nicely and you can pin it there, you've got to hold it in place with that knee. And this is just allowing thoracic spine, neck and shoulders to open quite nicely. We're also getting a little bit of a stretch above the knee. All you need to do then, after 10 or 15 reps, is turn and face the other way. Exactly the same sensation, exactly the same positioning. Okay, the outside foot is the one that's in that 90-degree position. The one nearest the wall, you're on the knee. And then the inside shoulder is flush against the wall, hands together, and we open. And you can see as I'm trying to open here, I'm trying to rotate around and show you my chest rather than just throwing my arm around. Okay, big opening. Good. Good job, guys. So this covers off a lot. We're getting the hips and our shoulders and thoracic spine involved in that. Good, and once we're done, we're going to be using the desk if you've got it. So if you've got your chair or your workstation, you can either do this on the table, okay, with palms down on the table and your back nice and flat, or if you're doing it off your chair, you'll be down on your knees. All we need from here is palms flat, send your hips back like you're doing a child's pose, but because our shoulders are away from the floor, I can allow my body weight to drop and allow my chest to drop through towards the floor. And just take a few deep breaths in here. Breathing right down into your belly, guys. Okay, so allow your diaphragm and your stomach and your abdomen to relax and to expand as you breathe in. So your belly drops down towards the floor. You might even feel it kind of breathing into your pelvis. And as you exhale, you're almost trying to tighten your abdominals and press the shoulders through towards the floor. Good, relax that. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, draw the rib cage in and lower the shoulders through towards the floor. Good, and then come on to all fours. We've got one more for our thoracic spine, guys, okay? In that 4-point position, all we're going to do is fingertip on the temple, point the elbow underneath the body, and then turn and point it around to the ceiling. Keeping the hand, the supporting hand directly underneath the shoulder, okay? If you take it out in front a little bit more, we get more extension, which makes the rotation a little bit, you'll feel it a little bit more, be a bit more intense, you might get a bit more range in there. And again, I'm being prescriptive with the number of repetitions, just in terms of timing, but you can do this until you start to feel like the joints are being greased a little bit, okay? And then making sure that we're doing that on both sides. Good. All right. Down to the hips now. We're going to stay down on the floor because we're here. but we're going to open them out in a slightly different kind of direction. Okay, this morning was very much forwards and backwards. We're still going to have some of that in there, but from this 4-point position, all we're going to do now is take one foot directly out perpendicular to the body. Okay, so from my side on position, that leg is going out and straight, my toes are pointed straight forwards, and the leg is out completely straight. Okay, and from this position, all I want you to do is rock backwards and forwards. You end up kind of supporting your body weight. Okay, so from this position here, I'm going to rock forwards. My hips will drop slightly towards the floor. You go as far as is comfortable, and then send your hips back towards your heels, forwards and backwards. And you'll feel this all up around your adductors. Depending on how your hips are tight, you might get it into the hip joint itself when you're rocking forwards and backwards. But what we're also getting here is a bit of an active press through my arms and shoulders, working a little bit of shoulder stability at that end point there so I don't drop and sag. And then once you've noticed that you've got some better movement through that, you do exactly the same thing, but on the other side. So that the hips will drop a little bit as they come through, if they've got the ability to do so. Good. Fantastic. Awesome, guys. There we go. Just a few minutes of some moves